is up, my friends? We are back for another CGC 9.8 pre-screen haul. This time I have 21 books out of 26 that were sent. I'm really excited to have these back. I sent them off at the end of May and I received them yesterday. So turnaround time for me still been pretty good. I think this is the longest that it's taken, but I'm still happy with the turnaround time, all things being considered especially. So can't wait to share these books with you. There's some Marvel, there's some DC. Surprisingly, no independents in this haul. I don't know how that slipped past me, but it happens. It just means I have to make another submission soon. You might be asking yourself, what am I doing looking at an 8.5 copy of Wonder Woman issue number 54? I'm glad you asked. This leads into the first book that I'll be sharing, but back in 2018, when me and the missus went to Baltimore Comic-Con, we decided to have this book signed by Jenny Frison, and this was one out of, maybe 3 books I had for her to possibly sign, and loved it. Had the great interaction. Jenny's awesome, but when it came back, it was a low grade, so it's kind of been eating at me ever since. I love this book. I love the grade overall. It's more about the experience for me with this first time meeting her and just having a good interaction with her. But I said to myself, I really need to have a 9.8 copy of one of her books. So I made sure to do so in this haul. And that book being issue number 40, Wonder Woman. Now this is a beautiful book. I have 2 copies of it, only because I wanted to raise my chances of having a 9.8. This seemed to be the better of the 2 that I had after looking at them, and I decided to send it off, and I cannot be happier. This is not a cover I see very often on Instagram, which is my main source of comic book pictures and things like that. But I really like this one. It's different from the others. It's very clean, and I would love to have another interaction with Jenny and have this signed. The world being the way it is now, maybe if CGC did a, had her added to the signature series that they're doing, I might send this in to her. Escalated prices and all, which would be funny because she didn't charge me for the signature I got at Baltimore Comic-Con. She wasn't charging. I don't know if that's normal for her or, I just happened to get lucky. But again, great experience with her. I'm glad to have this beautiful cover in the PC. These are in the order that I got them, that I received them in the box from CGC. I like to keep them in that order. Adds a little element of surprise for the viewer. I'm not, as I normally do in my haul videos, lumping Marvel with Marvel, and, DC with DC, and so on. So it adds a little element of surprise. You never know what you're going to see next. And I don't tell anybody, usually, or not many people, what I send out. So that's always cool, too. So we have a 9.8 copy of Miles Morales, issue number 13. I should say Miles Morales Spider-Man, issue number 13. This is the 2020 variant. Beautiful cover. This is the Raza variant, I believe. This is the first appearance of Billy Morales, the sister of Miles. Great, great cover. Love it. I believe I ordered this one online, if I'm not mistaken, which I haven't done too often lately. There was a time I ordered from Midtown a few times a week, but those days seem to be past now that my collection is kind of where it needs to be. I filled a lot of the holes in the collection with Midtown, so they're great. Great cover. Happy to have it. 9.8 cover. Also, we have the 9.8 Miles Morales Spider-Man issue number 13, A cover. Cool cover there. Happy to have it. I read over the weekend, last weekend, not the one that passed, the one before that, the Spider-Man Miles Morales Omnibus. It was fantastic. Start to finish, I just, sat down and knocked it out, and it was really great. And the other one is coming out this weekend. I want to say it's the Ultimate, and I can't wait to get my hands on that one as well. Next up, we have Avengers issue number 7. Video game edition, and this is the Mr. Negative #1 cover homage. Big Spider-Man PS4 fan, so much so I bought that limited edition PS4. Was really excited to have that. So there are a lot of the covers that display or have the Spider-Man PS4 suit. I tried to pick those up. Now, I won't get all of them graded, but some of them stick out to me more than others. So, this is a beautiful cover to have. In the same vein, we have The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 1. Amazing Spider-Man 546 cover homage. And again, we got that great PS4 suit on Spidey there. Can't help but love it. Can't wait for the next game to come out with Miles. I'm first in line for that. I'm trying to wait to see if they'll do like a special edition console. I'm not too hopeful, but still holding out hope at the same time. Next up, Venom #1, 5th printing, sketch cover. Because why not, right? Beautiful cover there. Love a black and white cover. Little splash of red in there. Can't go wrong with that. This will not be a repeat of last video where there was Venom after Venom. We've done that already. Spider-Man Spider-Geddon issue number 1, Nikiyama variant cover, and again that PS4 Spider-Man. This is a beautiful cover, so clean, so clean. Love this cover. Was really excited when I saw that this one was approved for that coveted 9.8. Little Strike Force on the back. Moving on, getting back into DC, we have Teen Titans issue number 20. First full appearance of Crush, Djinn, and Roundhouse. What's not to love about that cover? I've been holding on to this one for so long. I bought it, when it came out, that whatever Wednesday that was, so many moons ago. But it's been sitting around, hanging out, waiting for the day to be slabbed. Big Super Sons fan, big Damian Wayne fan. So I grab a lot of that stuff. I still have to read the story, but I will get to it. Teen Titans Go on the back there. Teen Titans issue number 20, Jimenez variant cover. I've been really waiting to send this one off. I love a white background. I love how clean they can be, and this was no exception. Love this cover, and I'm really happy that it made the grade. This one's just been sitting around my office, waiting for the day to be shipped off. Batman White Knight issue number 8 variant cover, just because it's a beautiful cover. Sometimes that's all the reason you need. Definitely all the reason I need. Love Batman White Knight, and eventually I'm going to have the whole series graded in 9.8, but this is just a start. Batman White Knight, issue number 4. And I believe in this issue we get the origin of the Neo Joker, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure that's right. Really cool variant cover there. Sean Murphy really kicked butt in this series. Ooh, one of my favorites. The Joker, Daffy Duck, number 1. This is the variant cover by Sanford Green. I mean, come on now, guys. Really cool story. If you know anything about me, I love the DC Looney Tunes mashups. Batman Elmer Fudd is at the top of my list of books. One of those reasons being, it was one of the original books I read when I first got into comics, but also I just love the story because I'm a big Batman fan, one, growing up always, and Looney Tunes fan, but the mashup was really cool, and how they made the Looney Tunes characters people within a Batman story was fantastic to me. I really enjoyed that, and being new to comics, that just blew my mind. I wasn't expecting to see that. So I have 2 graded copies, one being the variant, one being the A cover. I have 1 copy of the second printing, and maybe 2 or 3 copies of the A cover just hanging out. So that's how much I love that. And I have it on my Kindle. So I just read it from time to time. You know, great story, in my opinion. I was really excited to tell Tom King that in person, again, at Baltimore Comic Con. So next up, the Joker, Daffy Duck, number 1. This is the A cover. Really love that cover. It's so clean, so beautiful. The colors really pop, and yeah. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the back. Another childhood classic for me. Batman Superman, issue number 2. This is the A cover. And I believe here we get the first full appearance of the Shazam Who Laughs, along with Superman Who Laughs as well. Cool cover. I really got into Shazam within this last story arc, or this last run that they've been doing by Jeff Johns. And so Shazam's one of my favorite reads as of right now. Flash Forward, issue number 2, in Huck Lee cover, because why not? I really, really like Wally West's costume and whole design. I think that's one of the things that draws me to that character. I've been reading The Flash, his run, really enjoying it. I got to get into Flash Forward, but I'll naturally progress as I finish the run prior to. But this is a fantastic cover. One of those things I could see myself hanging up for sure. Let me know if there are any characters you like just because, you know, you thought their suits were cool and got into them. I wonder how often that happens. Batman Superman issue number 1, the U variant cover. Hope I said that right. Cool cover there. This should be the first cameo appearance of Shazam Who Laughs. Figured those would be cool to have. If I was going to get one, might as well get both. Going back to Flash for a second. Flash Forward issue number 6. Variant cover in Huck Lee. Oh, I'm pretty sure I'm saying that wrong, but I try. This is a dope cover. You know, the costume on full display, which I love. And happy to have this one. This is what happens in this one. Wally West obtains Dr. Manhattan-like abilities from merging with the Morbius chair. It's a lot going on there. But like I said, I can't wait to read this. I'm really excited to. Just love that costume. And he's a cool character too, once I got into reading him. But that was the inception of my interest. Oh, here it is. Shazam issue number 8, a cover by Dale Eaglesham. Now this I just got because I love the color. The contrast between the gray and the red and the orange and everything about it's really cool. Reminds me of Halloween. I'm a Halloween baby. I don't need any more reason to send this one off than that. So this is really cool. Love Shazam. I'm really enjoying this run. I hope it never ends. And I hope at some point we get an omnibus out of it. That'll be really cool to have in the collection as well. So welcome to his nightmare, it says. Winding down here, we have Naomi issue number 1. First full appearance of Naomi McDuffie. Variant cover. Beautiful cover there. You know, we talk about those, or I talked about those peanut butter and jelly covers last time, where if you have one, you have the other, kind of like DuckTales, 0 and 1. If you're going to do one, you got to get the other. So I already have the A cover graded. For some reason, I didn't send the B cover away, so I made sure to do so this time, and I got lucky with that beautiful 9.8. Great story. If you haven't read it yet, give it a shot. I don't want to say, I know for a fact, I owe this book to my buddy Spidey Fan. Thank you, brother, for always being awesome. And he gave me a really great AOK some time ago, and most of those books, if not all, will be slabbed. I think I have 2 more to go, and this is one of those books. So this is Superman, Lois and Clark, issue number 8, Lee Weeks cover. It's the cover A. Happens to be Lee Weeks cover, who was also awesome when I met him. Just a really cool, laid back old dude. Really, really nice to chat with him also. Great cover. Again, white background. I'm in. You don't really have to tell me anymore or show me anymore. A cool white background with some cool artwork will get my attention all the time. So great cover there. Thanks again, Spidey. Last but not least, my favorite new character by far. I want Funko Pops. I want statues galore. I want a whole run dedicated to this character, and it can't happen fast enough, and that is Mr. Arachnite. This is Infinity War Arachnite issue number 1, the Kubert variant cover. Love this character. Love, love, love this character. At some point, all of these issues, well, every cover that displays Arachnite will be in my PC graded at a 9.8 at some point in time. I just really love that costume. The concept is great, and I think the story told was pretty good as well for what it was. So thanks for hanging out. Won't hold you any longer. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch, and I hope you and your family are doing well during these crazy times, you know? And with that being said, make sure you get back out there and grab those